Helicopter's still going over. Hi everyone, my name is Charlie and today I have the Halloween This or That tag. I was tagged by Tia of Tia and All the Books and Dane of Dane Reads, and this tag was created by Tia as well. Anyway, this is similar to a would you rather type thing. I just realised you can see the books in the background from the previous video I recorded, but I'm not moving them now. Anyway, it's a bit like would you rather this or that. I just understood it now. So yeah, let's just get on with it. Firstly, Dracula or Frankenstein. Dracula. I had to read Frankenstein at uni and honestly, he has some daddy issues and I just don't think that we could cope with that, whereas Dracula, you know, apart from the whole murderous rampage from Vlad the Impaler, Ivan the Terrible type shit he's got going on, he seems like an upstanding guy, really. 2. Skellington or Sanderson. And for this, I'm saying Skellington. I believe it's Jack Skellington anyway. And the only reason behind this, there's a helicopter going over my head. The only reason behind this is I remember being about 3 or 4 and first seeing Hocus Pocus, the film in which the Sanderson sisters originate. So the first time I saw Hocus Pocus and I saw what the witches did to that young girl, whether or not it was a Disney film, that toddler Charlie got extremely terrified, and I didn't actually book up the courage to watch that film for 20 years because I'd been traumatised as a toddler. And so then eventually I watched it, and sadly I'm not the biggest fan of that film anyway. 3. Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers. I don't know either of them, honestly. I know Freddy Krueger's got his weird claw thing going on and Michael Myers, does he have a skin mask? Let's have a look. Yeah, Michael Myers has got that whole skin mask thing going on, so neither of them are the most attractive, really. I think, you know, since Freddy Krueger can infiltrate your dreams and kill you that way, and Michael Myers, you know, is more a everyday serial killer, apart from the whole thing of where he seems to keep going back to life. Ooh, I have chronic insomnia. It happens very often. A lot of stress, anxiety, that fun stuff. So I think that for this one, I'm gonna choose Michael Myers in the hopes of getting to meet Jamie Lee Curtis. Next we have vampires or werewolves, and this is an old debate that goes back to the Twilight years, and even before that, I imagine, they're always warring with one another, aren't they? Which makes absolutely no sense because, you know, vampires, bats, wolves, you know, like werecats and werewolves I could understand. What eats bats? There you go, a mothman. I'd be terrified by a mothman. Considering I actually like dogs and get on with them, and I'm more a dog person than a cat person, and also, you know, you've only got to deal with the werewolves every once in a moon, haven't you? That sort of thing. I'm going to choose werewolves. You know, apart from the shedding, that's fine. Do you think I could get a werewolf that has been kind of genetically modified to like a Labradoodle's extent so that they just don't get fur all over the place? This helicopter is gonna annoy me. Next we have zombies or ghosts, and I chose ghosts because zombies have that whole problem that a limb might fall off, whereas ghosts, whilst they might terrorise you and stick around for a long time, there's less mess. Next we have witches or fairies, and for this I have chosen witches because fairies you can have the malevolent kind and they just seem a bit mischievous, whereas witches, you can get some good ones and they seem like an alright bunch, you know, a laugh. Terry Pratchett's witches, you know, fan of them. Charmed witches, liked them. Yeah, worst witch? Yeah, witches. Harry Potter, there we go, witches. Superheroes or supervillains, we all know everyone prefers a supervillain. There's no point even questioning it at this point. Jean Grey had no agency until she became the Dark Phoenix. So. Pirates or princesses? Pirates. You know, they're closer to like my pay grade. We get on more. They always seem to have beer and I couldn't be bothered with a princess, you know, all those gowns and stuff. 9. Candy corn or caramels? I recently gave up sugar again. so I'd have to say neither, but if I was forced to choose, I'd say caramels, because candy corn sounds as though it could get stuck in the metal in my teeth, but so does caramel. But caramel seems like something that you could just kind of suck. Next we have popcorn balls or candy apples, and I had to ask what a popcorn ball was, but it's still candy apples because I feel as though like I could just douse it in water until the candy comes off and then just have the apple beneath. Sugar. Apple cider or pumpkin spice latte. I once had a pumpkin spice latte in 2015 and I never want to have one again. It was probably the start of what was my worst ever trip in my life, and I might one day talk about my trip to Rome. But also apple cider. Now I want proper English cider, you know what I mean? The alcoholic stuff. But you do you. Next we have Hayride or haunted house. I have really bad allergies, so haunted house naturally. And finally we have costume party or spooky Netflix binge. And I'm going with the Netflix binge because I don't get on with people, so parties are not the best place for me. And that's that. That's me done. I'm gonna tag some people. It's a bit late in the month, but let's say that I'm just going to stick with Sophie of Redhead Reading and Nicole of I Read Past My Bedtime. I sometimes like to do 5, but I just don't know who's done this tag already. And so if you want to do it, do it. Tell me all of your Halloween ambitions. How are you spending your Halloween, actually? I don't really observe it. Now, if we were going for the whole Celtic pagan thing where we're going to burn a bonfire and celebrate the incoming spirits and we're going to commune with the dead, I'm there for it. But Halloween, where people are coming round to my house asking for sweets, they can beggar off, really. Take me to a forest, we'll have a bonfire, we'll summon some spirits, we'll have a nice, fun time and chat with some of the, the recently deceased. I can do that. I don't mind that too much, but yeah, not for this whole commercial aspect. It doesn't do it for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.